The busy city of Manila, the capital of the Philippines, is an exciting and energetic metropolis. Hop on board any of the colorful and kitschy jeepneys to get from one place to another around town. The iconic buses that usually pack in more people than they can hold are the main form of transportation and worth at least one ride during your visit, just for the experience. Manila is an eclectic mix of modern attractions and rich history. As evidenced by the many cathedrals and tributes to the city's 16th century establishment and modern-day malls and amenities. The city sits on the shorefront of Manila Bay, making it a regular target for typhoons, so it is best to plan your visit outside of the rainy season, May to November. Some of the best places to visit in Manila are the prominent churches and monuments and the impeccably landscaped public parks. For other sightseeing ideas, here are a list of the top attractions and things to do in Manila. 12 top-rated tourist attractions and things to do in Manila. LNG Travel Blog presents an exclusive trip to the Philippines, a country with an ancient cultural heritage. What to expect? Picturesque mountains, breathtaking nature, unique architecture, and a lot more. Live, dream, and discover our Nxtsomewhere adventure. Subscribe for more. Number 1. Rizal Park. One of your first stops in Manila should be Rizal Park. Sometimes referred to as Luneta Park, this is a peaceful and manicured outdoor garden located in the heart of the city. Throughout the park, you will see statues and monuments paying tribute to Manila's history. Of note is the century-old Monument of Rizal, which houses the remains of one of the Philippines' most celebrated heroes, Dr. Jose Rizal. Be sure to stroll through the park to take in the local flora and fauna. Keep your eyes open for the Nara tree, the national tree of the Philippines, and the small lake with the artistically arranged archipelago structure in the middle. Quiapo Church. The Quiapo Church is one of the oldest and most admired Catholic churches in Manila. The more formal name of the church is the Minor Basilica of the Black Nazarene. Depending on the time of day, the plaza surrounding the century-old church can be quite congested, which makes it an interesting place to visit to admire the devotion of the Filipino people. Fridays are the busiest days, when thousands of people pile into the square and pray at the church for novena. Despite the large gatherings of church devotees, this is one of the top attractions in the city. Take time to see the inside of the church and stroll through the market stands outside to buy fresh peanuts, mangoes, or necklaces from local vendors. Number 3. Intramuros. You will likely pass through the Intramuros whether you know it or not as you explore Manila. It is the oldest section of the city and characterized by its walled fortress. This section of Manila was once a walled city during Spanish colonial times in the 1500s to the 1800s. Walk around inside the 3-mile-long stone wall that surrounds the district. While you can walk the grounds on your own, you might want to take a guided walking tour to learn more about the walled city and its significance to Manila. Number 4. Manila Ocean Park. The Manila Ocean Park is one of the two for families visiting the city. Get interactive with marine life with the sharks and rays encounter, trails to Antarctica, or the fish spa where fish clean your feet in a small pool of water. The park easily fills several hours depending on how many encounters you try. In addition to the state-of-the-art aquatic facility, you will see exhibits of birds and other animals. At Manila Ocean Park, you'll discover a world of aquatic attractions, exciting activities, and interactive shows, all of which cater to locals and tourists. Explore the vast oceanarium and meet sharks, birds, stingrays, and other friendly animals. Or walk through a number of exhibits that will expand your knowledge on the extensive marine life that inhabit the different continents of the world. No matter the weather or time of year, you're sure to take home unforgettable memories in this fascinating and one-of-a-kind park. St. Augustine Church and Museum. As a designated UNESCO World Heritage Site, the St. Augustine Church is a national treasure in the Philippines. The Catholic Church has a unique history that is reflected in the details of the building. If you look closely, you will see both Chinese and Spanish influences in the design. The church has been rebuilt several times after battles and natural disasters. Pay close attention to the carvings on the large wooden doors that open to the chapel. If you have an interest in history or architecture, it would be worth your time to hire a local guide who can take you on a walking tour of the area and describe intricate details of the church that you may not notice on your own. Number 5. St. Augustine Church and Museum. As a designated UNESCO World Heritage Site, the St. Augustine Church is a national treasure in the Philippines. The Catholic Church has a unique history that is reflected in the details of the building. If you look closely, you will see both Chinese and Spanish influences in the design. The church has been rebuilt several times after battles and natural disasters. Pay close attention to the carvings on the large wooden doors that open to the chapel. If you have an interest in history or architecture, it would be worth your time to hire a local guide who can take you on a walking tour of the area and describe intricate details of the church that you may not notice on your own. Number 6. National Museum of the Philippines. For a true exploration into the culture of the country, the National Museum of the Philippines is one of the best places to visit. The museum has 4 main complexes and extensive collections and artifacts relating to art and anthropology, zoology, biology, and natural history. The museum galleries help offer a sense of place. Telling the cultural story beyond what you will find on your own visiting the city's many historical attractions. Number 7. Bambag Ecotours. Manila is a pedestrian-friendly city, but if you want to explore the culture and history more efficiently, consider the Bambag Ecotours. The tours provide a unique, eco-friendly way to see urban Manila. By taking an ecotour, you are also supporting environmental sustainability efforts of local businesses. Bambikes are locally handmade bicycles custom built from bamboo. welfare initiative that employs villages for the production of the bikes. Depending on your interests, you can select a tour that involves history, art, or city life. Number 8. Fort Santiago. The site of Fort Santiago is an impressive stop if you are visiting the city, and it is one of the most important historical sites in Manila. The 16th century fortress was key in protecting the Intramuros, which is the oldest district. In Manila, known historically as the Walled City. In Manila, known historically as the Walled City, you can explore the grounds at a leisurely pace. Be sure to take note of bullet markings that are still visible in the fortress walls and stop by the visitor center for more detailed information about the fort. Robinson Place Mall. While a mall might not be on the top of your list for exploring the culture of Manila, Robinson's Place Mall has a surprising number of unique stores where you can find local items. While locals shop here, it's also a popular spot for tourists. Be on the lookout for clothing, cosmetics, bags, and food that are unique to the Philippines. The mall is extensive, so plan time to walk the interior and explore the stores. The mall's modern building is a stark contrast to the rustic and historic landmarks that surround it. Number 10. Money Museum. Tucked away inside the Philippine Central Banking Authority, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas is a fascinating money museum. The galleries showcase Philippine money over several decades. There are artifacts, old coins, and various currencies on display that illustrate the changes in money over time. For the Philippine people, this collection represents economic stability in the country. But for visitors, it's a fun tourist attraction. Divisoria Market. If you are in the mood to bargain shop, head to the lively Divisoria Market in Manila. It is located in the heart of Chinatown, where you will discover overflowing vendor stalls selling everything from fruit and spices to flip-flops and beads. This is the best place to people watch and take in the local flavor. The bustling atmosphere is like a flea market, and bargaining is the name of the game. You should only pay about 50% of the price of an item, and often you can get souvenirs for much lower. Number 12. Manila Super Mall. There's no shortage of places to shop in Manila, so if you want to fill your suitcase with treasures, then you will want to plan a half day or full day at the Super Mall in Manila. It is like one-stop shopping for something to do in the city because the huge complex has retail stores, restaurants, and entertainment. The Super Mall is easy to spot. It has a mega globe structure on the grounds, which makes for a great selfie spot. This retail complex is popular with the locals, so it can get quite crowded. If you are looking for more unique souvenirs, you might want to hit the smaller local markets, but if you are after mainstream items, you are sure to find them at the Super Mall.